game plan is how does that affect Kennesaw's game plan. So we'll kind of look at it from both sides. And then we'll do Furman, key player, our key player, and then there's nothing better than a Friday night during the fall, and there's no better spot to be in Kennesaw than at the Convocation Center for a Friday night volleyball matchup. The Owls welcome the High Point Panthers inside the nest as they look to improve to 4-1 on the season. Bryce Gobert alongside former Kennesaw State Owl and the all-time leader in kills and aces, Lauren Chastain. Lauren, what are you looking forward to from this game as High Point has already played one game today, playing their second here. What is going to be their game plan for this game, and what's going to be Kennesaw's game plan?
Yeah, High Point has already had a match today, so they might be a little fatigued in the legs, which will be good for Kennesaw because they're a really big physical team. Kennesaw needs all of the advantage they can get in this game, and it could work to their advantage for sure. They took Furman to 4 sets. They didn't take care of business, and they went one more extra set than they wanted to, and so they had to play a little bit extra volleyball today.
When you look at it for High Point, I'm going to keep messing that one up. I know I am. Who are going to be your key players here to start the game? And we'll first start on that High Point side.
Yeah, for a High Point, Sydney Palozzolo, she's a sophomore hitter, outside hitter. She's just hitting at right about 5 kills per set. She's crushing it this season so far. An impressive start for her team, leading her team in kills. and a big leader on the court. They look to her for power and to put the ball away.
And on that Kennesaw State side, who do you got?
Yeah, for Kennesaw State, we have Jasmine Brown, a veteran, a senior here for Kennesaw State, number 7. She is leading the Owls in blocks, kills, and hitting percentage. We need her to be a big block out there tonight to slow down the Panthers' offense.
Before we get to the starting lineups and the anthems and all that, real quick, keys to the game. We'll start here with High Point. What do you got for them?
Yeah, High Point has to get the Owls out of system, so they can't force the ball to Jasmine. They're going to have to serve aggressively to do so. They also need to pass and dig effectively. For them to be able to use their offense, they're going to have to be able to have the first pass is the most important thing, so they'll have to make sure the ball is in play and taken care of.
And for Kennesaw?
Kennesaw needs to put the pressure on the serve, needs to get the Panthers out of system, get them shaky on their pass so they can control the ball from the serve and slow down the Panthers' offense.
We are moments away here from first serve at the Convocation Center.
There you go.
Number 21, Kathleen Westwood. And the libero, a sophomore, number 35, Ginny Westwood. And coach for the Panthers, Ryan Lee. outside hitter, senior from Clearwater, Florida, number 12, Dynamite Dayman. At right side, a senior from Louisville, Kentucky, number 16, Emma Super High Scherffen. And Romero, a senior from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 8, Shelby the Cobra Dennis. And then comes from your house,
Welcome back to the Convocation Center. A little bit of technical difficulties. We got them worked out. We should be good to go here for the rest of the way. We'll first look at the starters here for the High Point Panthers. Starting number 1, Dylan Mayberry. Number 7, Maria Miggins. Number 6, Maggie Sally. Number 8, Sydney Palozzolo. Number 11, Gabby Eidelberg. Number 21, Catherine Wesselich. And number 35, the libero for today for the High Point Panthers, Ginny Westling. And the starters now here for your Kennesaw State Owls. That's starting number 2, Claire Parsons. Number 3, Carolina Cole. Number 5, McKinley Ferguson. Number 7, your player to the game here, Lauren Jasmine Brown. Number 12, Danny Ballou. Number 16, Emma Scherffen. And the Kennesaw State libero today here, Shelby Dennis. Convocation Center is rocking here so far pregame. Looking forward to see how it's all going to turn out. A big game here. Owls looking to put a loss in the High Point Panthers column the first time this season. They come into this game 4-0. Owls come in 4-1. Lauren, again, we kind of talked about it a little bit pregame. Second game today, you got to start with high energy if you're the High Point Panthers.
Yeah, you got to kind of just clear your mind, get into that mindset almost as if you didn't play today, and not let it be a mental thing. Physically, they've been doing 2 days. They should be prepared to do things like this from a physical standpoint, but it can be a mental drain, especially being on the road.
Carolina Cole has started off here for Kennesaw State on the serve. Ball's up over the net, and we are underway here from Kennesaw. Ferguson set. Jasmine Brown goes for the kill, unable to do so. This time Furman will return it. They'll get it down, and they take the first point of the game. They're going to turn it over, however. A net violation called on the Panthers.
Set was a little tight, outside hitter. Didn't have much to do with it, and advantage to the Owls.
Owls will get that first point. Carolina Cole again on the serve. Puts it up and over. Mayberry there to return. Sent back over by number 8. That's Sydney Palozzolo. Owls try for a kill. Nice block at the net by number 6. That's Maggie Sally. And we're knotted up at 1.
When it's early like this, the crowd is big, the nerves are here. It takes a few points for everyone to get settled, get adjusted, just get in the groove.
Ginny Westling going to be serving here first for the Panthers. Ferguson tries to get the ball down, and she will. Nice little set over the net. Looked like she was going to try and go for Danny Ballou on that far side. Ended up doing it herself. Shelby Dennis now on the serve here for Kennesaw State. Jump serve, gets it over. Return attempt by Sydney Palozzolo. A nice spike and block attempt by Kennesaw State. Claire Parsons at the net with the hands up high.
Awesome hands by Claire. She said so disciplined in the middle. Her hands were high. She just had to go up and put her palms in her face, and there was nowhere she could go with that.
Owls up 2, 3-1 our score here in set number 1. Dennis again on the serve. Palozzolo gets it over to Mayberry. Palozzolo will have to put it over. She does. Dennis to Ferguson on the set. Spike by Parsons. Doesn't get down. Panthers will try it again. Nice job there by Dylan Mayberry, the junior from Magnolia, Texas, to get that one down and in to cut the lead down to 1.
That's a beautiful swing by Mayberry. That is so hard to defend. She went high over the block, deep corner. Hard for defenders to defend and hard for the block to stuff it back down.
Hallie Van Eckeren in to serve here for the Panthers. Sophia Mink also subbed in after that last point. Ferguson right there to Ballou on the spike, unable to get it down. Van Eckeren again, kept up by Carolina Cole. Ballou will put it over. Panthers again on the spike attempt. Cole there to receive again. Blue will try it herself. She will, and it gets down. Head coach for Kennesaw State, Keith Schunzel, likes that one.
Caroline Cole with some big digs right there. That's exactly how they're going to slow down the Panthers' offense. They're taking big swings, and they're still not letting it hit the court. It gets frustrating as a hitter. It's an amazing job by Caroline Cole.
McKinley Ferguson on the serve here for Kennesaw State, the junior from Jasper, Alabama. Gets an up and over, received by Jennings. Spike attempt by Wesselich will take a deflection off of Kennesaw State Owl and get down 4-3 our score here in set number 1. Dylan Mayberry will get her first attempt at serving here in this game. 7 aces on the year coming into today. Cole receives, Blue sets, Scherffen's on the slam, unable to get it. Nice job by Ferguson to keep it alive. Scherffen's again, nice job in the net presence by the Panthers to not allow it over. Finally, one gets down for Kennesaw State. Emma Scherffen's was relentless right there.
There are times to charm.
Anu Johnson will come into the game. Danny Blue will serve. Kennesaw State so far up by 2, 5-3 our score. Popped up, Panthers will have to put it over here. They'll do so, set up by Dennis. Spike attempt by Johnson. Tipped at the net. Panthers keep it alive. Another one, a block. Lands out of bounds. Nice job there from Scherffen to be there. Couldn't get it to land on the end line. 5-4 our score now. Tight game here early on in the early stages of this match. Wesselich on the serve, received by Dennis. Not quite too clean, but Owls still get it. Johnson on the kill attempt. Left it a little long. 5-5, we're all knotted up. Wesselich again on the serve. Johnson will receive. Ferguson sets. Over on this near side to Scherffen's. Kept alive at the net by the Owls. Scherffen's again will put it over. Panthers keep it alive. Spike attempt at the net. Blocked by Scherffen's. Will have to go over here from the Panthers. They'll get it. Scherffen keeps it alive. Ferguson there again. Johnson on the kill. Takes a deflection and out of bounds. Manu Johnson gets the kill. Owls retake the lead by 1. Nice job there, Lauren, by the Owls to keep, again, that relentless attack up.
Yeah, a lot of scrappy plays right there. Kennesaw just needs to settle down a little bit, get into a rhythm, and be able to attack from that standpoint.
Parsons on the serve. Gets it over. Panthers doing a nice job of setting up a play. Bad set there by the Owls gives the Panthers the point. And again, we're tied.
Tough one. McKinley Ferguson had to take that defensive move right there. Typically in that situation, Shelby Dennis would come in to be the backup setter, but that's the one rotation that she's not in, so there was a little miscommunication on the outside of the court.
Maria Miggins on the serve here for the Panthers. Nice dig there by Ballou to keep it up. Johnson on the kill attempt. Nice job by the Panthers that time to keep it alive. Dennis on the set. Ballou for the kill. Gets popped up. Panthers will have to put it over. That one lands on the edge of the back line. Just misses it, however. 7-6. Owls jump back in the lead. A back and forth ball game here to start in front of a packed house in Kennesaw. See it on the replay there. Slow it down. Just lands outside. Scherffen's on the serve here. Gets it. Another hard serve. We saw that a lot from her last night. Play at the net. Nice job by Kennesaw State to keep it up. Dennis with a dig there. Keeps that one up. Panthers put it up and over on a soft tip. Won't get there. Double hit. Owls get the point. So far, Lauren, a trend we're seeing is that net presence. A lot of balls getting blocked from getting over the net.
Yeah, two physical teams. They're going to be really, really physical up at the net, and it's going to be fun to watch tonight. What a serve.
Scherffen catches the line on that back one. The Kennesaw State bench celebrates that ace. Great serve there from Emma Scherffen, as Lauren, you just mentioned. Going to be a key factor here in this game is how many aces each team will get. We'll have to check on the trend with the stats as this game goes along. Spike attempt, block at the net. Tipped again one more time. This time it lands on the Owl side. Ferguson set, Scherffen, light little hit. We saw that a lot last night from Emma Scherffen. She pulls that trick back out of the bag. Owls just like that have a 4-point lead.
Awesome volleyball by Emma right there, starting off with a really hard serve, getting the Panthers out of system, and then with a little trick shot right there, caught them on their heels.
Scherffen with 2 kills on the day and an ace right there for Emma Scherffen. Her 5th on the season. And we're gonna have a timeout here from High Point. Owls go on a 5-0 lead here to start in set number 1. When we return, more action from Kennesaw. Bryce Gobert, Lauren Chastain, don't go anywhere. Here you're watching KSU Volleyball on the KSU Owl Network.
At Fifth Third Bank, we're working hard to make banking a Fifth Third better with Fifth Third Momentum Banking, which means we put 166.7% into everything we do.
I think you can only give 110%.
Well, with an automatic savings tool to help you quickly reach your goals, fraud protection services, and access to your paycheck up to 2 days early, 166.7% is possible.
But I have.
This is banking, a Fifth Third better.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. Bryce Gobert, Lauren Chastain here courtside. Before we get back under action, we want to take a quick look at the ASUN preseason standings here for Kennesaw State. They're listed as 3rd, 157 points to their name. No first place votes, however. Florida Gulf Coast coming in at number 1 with 13 first place votes. Jacksonville State number 2, Kennesaw number 3, Lipscomb number 4, and Liberty number 5. If you look at over on the Big South side of things in their preseason standings, High Point projected number 1 with 9 first place votes, 81 points to their name. Campbell 2nd, Winthrop 3rd. Owls used to be in that Big South division, graduated up to the ASUN. As we are back underway here. Ferguson with the set, kill, and deflection out of bounds over towards us. 6-0 lead now. Manu Johnson gets the kill for the Owls. They now lead it by 6.
This will be a great game for the Owls, playing such a high level, such a respected team in the Big South Conference. This will set them up and show them where they stand.
Scherffen's again on the serve. Panthers going to be able to put this one back. A nice block there from McKinley Ferguson and Jasmine Brown to get that one landing back on the Panthers side. All the Panthers were pressed up pretty high on that one. No one in the back to be able to have a chance at a return.
They know who they're going to try to go to. They're going to try to go to number 8, Sydney, out here on the outside. So Jasmine's taking a step towards her and putting hands in her face.
Another hard serve by Scherffen. That one's going to get over. The Owls are going to get the point on a tough return. Manu Johnson again gets the point here for Kennesaw State. The freshman from Copenhagen, Denmark, born in Cameroon, however, was the best scorer in the Danish Cup and the Danish Volleyball League in 2019-2020. Another hard serve by Scherffen, set up outside here by Sally. Kennesaw State's going to get the point on that one. They now lead it by 9, 15-6 our score. Scherffen will stay on the serve. 2 kills, 3 digs, and 1 block for her so far in set number 1. Hard serve for their libero, Jenny Wessling. Set up on the outside. Nice job there from the Panthers. And number 8, Sydney Palozzolo to get the kill.
An awesome run by Emma Scherffen right there. She has a high-risk serve. A big top spin, big aggressive with high risk, high reward, and that's exactly what happened right there in that run.
Leah Freeman comes into the game for the first time for Emma Scherffen. 15-7 our score here on the serve. Is Sydney Palozzolo. Set by Ferguson, spiked by Jasmine Brown. She gets it down. Jasmine Brown did start today, already had an impact here early on in this game. Her first kill already has a block to her name as well. Carolina Cole on the serve. Panthers gonna have to put it over, they will. Dennis calls off the other Owls. Ferguson sets, Jasmine Brown fakes the spike. And on the far side, Danny Blue just misses this outside line. 16-8 now. Panthers trying to close the gap. It's now 8.
A little bit early right there. She hit the ball coming down. Maybe a misconnection between her and McKinley, but she said, do it again. Run it again, I'm ready.
Jenny Westling on the serve. Dennis there to receive again. Ferguson on the set. Tried to put it forward a little bit to Jasmine Brown. Couldn't quite get it to work out. Point will go the way of the Panthers.
Point Panthers.
16-9 our score here in set number 1 from Kennesaw at the Convocation Center. Jenny Westling again on the serve, a little bit lighter. Nice dig from Carolina Cole. Jasmine Brown gonna have to put it over. She won't be able to do so. Puts it back onto our own side. 16-10 now our score. Panthers on a little bit of a run.
Yeah, 3 plays back to back. We got to get that pass on top of McKinley's head. She has to be able to feed her hitters a little bit better and get that connection back.
Freeman to Ferguson to Ballou. Panthers looks like outside, or excuse me, a double hit. This is going to be the call. Our referees here tonight, Christopher Miller, referee number 1, Philip Ems on the far side to the scorer's table. Referee number 2, Helen Williams, the line judge to our right, and Sean Muhammad, the line judge to our left in front of that Kennesaw State bench. Set up, good kill there from number 1, Dylan Mayberry. Trying to go for the dig with Shelby Dennis. Some more substitutions will be made. Emma Scherffen will make her way back in for Leah Freeman. Allie Van Ekeren will come in to serve now for the Panthers.
Yeah, Emma Scherffen's coming back into the back row. This is going to give another option for her to be able to hit out of the back row to relieve the 2 hitters in the front row.
Cole to Ferguson, far side to Ballou. Light little hit, won't get down on the floor. Far side, nice job there. Sophia Mink tried to get the kill, couldn't do so. Ballou from Ferguson on the feed. That one deflected, lands out of bounds. Point Owls. Emma Scherffen's already had an impact early on in this game. Had a good, said about 5 or 6 serves that the Owls just kept getting points on from a couple errors from the Panthers. Errors already becoming a big factor in this game as Owls get the block right there, get it to land in bounds. Yep. Ferguson now on the serve.
This is a really good rotation. You have Emma Scherffen, Claire, and Danny on the front row. 3 really big, aggressive, physical hitters. They need to capitalize right here, stay in this rotation as long as they can by keeping the serve.
Panthers were able to go on a little bit of a run. Kennesaw able to counter, lead back out to 8, 19-11 our score. We'll say here during the Panthers called timeout. And Lauren, from what you've seen early on, what's been a key factor for either team?
Yeah, exactly like we talked about earlier. When Kennesaw serves aggressively enough, they tend to put the Panthers on their heels, and they're not passing as well. So they're having a lot of out-of-system sets. Their libero is setting half of their balls right now versus McKinley is setting majority of Kennesaw's balls. So the Owls came out, they were physical, they were sharp. Right there in that last run that the Panthers went on, Kennesaw's passing got a little bit shaky, and that's where you saw the misconnection. So right now there's a little bit of gap for Kennesaw to have those errors and to relax a little bit, but right now they needed to focus in and finish the game strong.
We mentioned a lot about that out of system last night. Would you say either team has done a better job of getting one or another out of system better than the other?
Yeah, I think that high point, we saw in the warm-up that their warm-up drill is actually an out-of-system warm-up drill. They have a lot of big kids. What did we say? 14 of their kids are 6 foot and above, right? So they don't have many DSs out there. So their game is going to be attacking offense. So their weakness is definitely going to be the defensive side of things. So
Ferguson here on the serve. Bad hit there by the libero for the Panthers. That's Ginny Westling. Give McKinley, Ferguson, and Ace on the stat line. But as you mentioned, a big thing that we thought was going to be a factor in this game, 14 players on this High Point roster listed as 6 foot or higher. Owls only have 7.
Right. This will be a great game for Kennesaw to see some big hands, probably the biggest block that they've seen so far this year, and great practice for conference. That's why Coach Key schedules these type of games, for them to be able to see big physical opponents and prepare them for conference.
Scherffen misses on the kill right there. Panthers now trail by 8, 20-12. Still getting more fans trickling in here to the Convocation Center on a Friday night. Great serve there by number 1, Dylan Mayberry. Gets the ace. 20-13.
A beautiful serve right there by her. She served right in the big seam between Shelby Dennis and Caroline Cole, and a little bit of a miscommunication error.
Cole gets that one, sets it up for Ferguson. Far side, Scherffen, a little bit too much power on it.
Looks like she touched high hand. She got the top of the block, and she utilized that big block to her advantage.
Owls will get the point, 21-13. They lead it by 8. Blue gets it to Jennings. Spike attempt unsuccessful. Getting the block there was Claire Parsons, but landed back on the Furman side, but out of bounds, 21-14.
So close. Her hands just weren't quite pressed over the net right there. If she were just to adjust that just a little bit, she'd have her.
Catherine Weselich on the serve. Dennis receives it, set by Ferguson. Spike there by the Kennesaw State Owls, and once again, Emma Scherffen. Shelby Dennis gives way for Jasmine Brown. You get another look at it here. Great view by our production team on that net cam. Scherffen's on the kill.
A beautiful set, a beautiful execution by Emma right there. It's hard to stop.
Addie Godey on the serve now here for Kennesaw State. Gets it up and over, a little short. Good return there by High Point. Godey sets it up. Ferguson one more time, fakes a couple times, gets down. Manu Johnson gets the kill.
What a beautiful play right there. Addie communicated early, I'll take this. Manu, you transition, just get ready to kill the ball. She didn't have to do anything but just go and hit it.
Another serve here up ahead by Addie Godey. Owls 2 points away from taking set number 1. Get a block right there, and that one will get down. Manu Johnson gets the block. Been a big factor here so far early on. Continuing it now here. Owl fans will rise to their feet, put the one finger in the air. 1 point to go. You get a look at it here. Looks like a little bit of a tag team by Jasmine Brown and Manu Johnson.
Yeah, beautiful close right there by Jasmine. Awesome hands by Manu.
Addie Goad gets it. Calling off everybody was Allie Van Ekeren. Owls get this save. Nice job by Danny Blue. Have to put this one over. She calls everybody off, and we'll get it back. Set here near side, getting it down just inside the line. Great hit there by Sydney Palozzolo.
That's what happens when you give the Panthers a free ball right there. They're able to take care of the ball. They're able to feed Sydney that ball very fast, very tempo. It's hard to block. She can do something with that.
24-15 our score here still. Owls lead it by 9 here in set number 1. Maria Miggins on the serve. Blue receives, set by Ferguson. Slam attempt by Scherffen will get down. Instead just tips it over, goes and set for the hard hit ball, just goes lightly. Owls will take set number 1, 25-15. Nice job there by Kennesaw State to take set number 1. Lauren, what are your takeaways there as we...
Yeah, I think Kennesaw really came out with a vengeance. They took control early. They stopped their hitters fast. They served aggressive right out of the gate, and it put the Panthers on their heels.
25-15, Owls take set number 1. When we return, more Kennesaw State volleyball here on the KSU Owl Network. Don't go anywhere.
on in. Y'all look great. Awesome. Love the hat and jersey. Killing it. Come on up. Hey, that's a no, hard no. Guys, it's time to gear up. You're not dressed till you're KSU dressed. University Stores is your place to gear up for the season. Yes, and yes. Come on in.
The day the world stopped was the day we found where to go. From now on, we're not going to leave anything on our plates because we've learned to savor the moments that were always there, and they never tasted this good.
Recycle, compost, eat local, eat vegan. Don't use straws, don't use plastic bags, don't use hairspray, drive a hybrid, drive an electric. There are so many ways to help the environment. It could be overwhelming, but the easiest way to make a difference can be as simple as paying your gas bill. With the Greener Life program from Georgia Natural Gas, the carbon released from using natural gas in your home will have a net zero impact on the environment. And now you can get 6 months of Greener Life free when you sign up. Georgia Natural Gas. Visit gng.com/green to sign.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. Owls take set number 1, 25-15. Bryce Gobert, Lauren Chastang here courtside. And Lauren, when you look at the first half stats, Owls lead currently in kills 15-8. On the other side, in attacking airs, High Point leads that category 7-5. They're going to have to tighten that up a little bit more in order to take a set here from Kennesaw.
Absolutely. Kennesaw is holding the Panthers to a 30% hitting average, while Kennesaw is hitting a 312% hitting average, which is a very significant difference. So that means that Kennesaw has slowed down the Panthers' offense. That means that they're blocking balls or they're serving aggressively enough to where the Panthers can't be in system to really get nice, good rips at the ball.
Owls going to look to take a 2-0 lead here as we are about ready to begin set number 2. Again, back this year, as we mentioned it last night, is the court switch during COVID. They took it away to try and limit the spread of coronavirus. Now we're kind of getting a little bit away from that, back to normal life.
Yeah.
Benches switch too, which is a little unconventional, as again we talked about last night.
Yeah, you can. In the past 2 years, you had to wave to your opponents before and after the game. Now you can go back to shaking their hands, shaking the coach's hands. It's fun that way. It's better that way. It just feels more natural than waving to your opponents.
Getting a little look at head coach of the Owls, Coach Keith Schunzel, 161-90 record all-time as Kennesaw State head coach, 2-time A-Sun Coach of the Year as well. Led the Owls to 4 20-win seasons, trying to do it again this year. Off to a good start, 3-1 on the year so far. Jillian Zimba on the serve here for High Point to get set number 2 underway. Dennis receives, Ferguson sets, far side to Ballou, gets the deflection. And the Owls will take the early lead, 1-0.
Awesome swing by Danny. She found the inside of the middle blocker's hands. You can't do anything about that.
Got to give you a chance to play the ball here as that one came right at us.
I know.
Shelby Dennis on the serve here for Kennesaw. Goes far side. High Point receives, set up and slam attempt by Palozzolo. Owls have to put it over, they will. Nice job by Ballou. Set again here near side. Owls couldn't get a handle on it. Nice slam there from Sophia Ming.
It looks like the Panthers rotated their offense a little bit. That's going to give Sydney Palooza an opportunity to hit against different blockers, see if they can give her more opportunity or get her a little bit hot. She needs to get hot right here for the Panthers.
Jenny Westling on the serve. Ballou receives. Cole sets. Ballou with a soft little tip. That one gets in on the line. Nice job there by Danny Ballou. Again, had an opportunity to go for power, just decided to get the little tip over.
Looks like she was a little bit off in her body position, so the best option for her to be smart was to throw that right there to the corner, and it was an amazing shot.
McKinley Ferguson on the serve now for the Owls. They lead at 2-1 early on in set number 2. That one gets over and will get down. Emma Scherffen plays big man at the net. little bit of an overhit there by the Panthers. The Panthers are going to call timeout now to try and figure out this early set. 3-1 our score. As we're going to step aside here. When we come back, more action here from Kennesaw in set number 2. Owls lead at 3-1. Don't go anywhere. You're watching KSU Volleyball on the KSU Owl Network.
At Ed Voiles, we're more than just a dealership. We're about serving others, family, friends, our community, and a family that's had the privilege to serve people like you since 1952. Ed Voiles Automotive, your family of dealerships.
I go through my primary care at least a minimum of once a year. I think it's important to have somebody to go to that knows you, that knows the history of your health. So when you walk in the door, there's a relationship with that doctor.
I want to support people to lead the best lives possible. What I care about in medicine is establishing relationships with people, getting to know them and seeing their journeys and helping them through their journeys. And I knew that this would give me the reward of seeing people blossom and achieving their goals.
At Ed Voiles, we're more than just a dealership. We're about serving others, family, friends, our community, and a family that's had the privilege to serve people like you since 1952. Ed Voiles Automotive, your family of dealerships.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. You see it on your screen there, head coach Ryan Meek for the High Point Panthers. In his 5th season as Panthers head coach, 87-31 record, career record. However, 196-95 led the Panthers to their 3rd Big South title in 4 seasons while repeating as the conference's coaching staff of the year. Did a nice job with his High Point Panthers program. And you mentioned it to me, Lauren, during that little timeout. Interesting to call a timeout that early on in a set.
Yeah, you can definitely tell he's frustrated with his girls. He wanted them to come out with a little bit more and a little bit more detailed so that they could get off to a better start, and they just kind of started right back in the low momentum that they did coming out of the first set.
Owls get the block, keep it alive. Ferguson now, Ballou near side, tips it over, unable to get down. Nice job by Jennings to keep it down. Owls get the block, but lands out of bounds. Emma Scherffen's there at the net. 3-2 now. Panthers get the lead, or get the point. Maria Miggins now, the senior from the Woodlands, Texas, on the serve. Comes into today with 4 aces to her name. Ferguson will set, spiked by Claire Parsons. Nice diving effort
Beautiful
to keep it alive. Net violation by Kennesaw State. Panthers will tie it up now at 3 apiece. Another serve by Miggins coming up. Coming in there is Carolina Cole. Spike by Ballou, gets deflected. Dig there by the Panthers to keep it alive. They'll put it over. Comes over towards us. Scherffen's unable to get it. Runs into the table over here. Looks to be okay. Panthers will have their first lead. 4-3. Still on the serve, Maria Miggins. Had 8 assists in their game earlier on today versus Furman. Misses the mark on that serve. Allows the Owls to get a free point there. 4-4, now we're tied. Anu Johnson will come back into the game here for Carolina Cole. Head coach Keith Schunzel giving instruction to Carolina Cole over there. Set by the Panthers. Just gonna put it over nice and easy. Parsons didn't look like she got all she wanted on that one. Scherffen as it comes back over. Set and spike by Johnson, unable to get down. Another attempt by Palozzolo, takes a deflection off Shelby Dennis. Panthers will get the point.
She has such a fast arm swing. It is very, very crucial to have that, especially on the outside. You can slow it down, speed it up, but more hard for the block to get their hands pressed and over to block that ball right there.
Sydney Palozzolo on the serve, the sophomore from Shelby Township, Michigan. Received by Dennis, set by Ferguson, slammed by Ballou, just misses the outside line on that back.
I thought for sure there was a touch on that, but there was not.
Palozzolo will tie the laces up a little bit tighter this time before the serve. Panthers with their largest lead on the day so far. It's only 2, 6-4 early in set number 2. Palozzolo on the serve. Diving save by Ballou. Tip at the net by one of the Panthers. Claire Parsons gets the kill. And Jasmine Brown will re-enter for Shelby Dennis.
Beautiful set right there by McKinley. It started with a really good sacrificial pass by Danny Ballou, but she forced the middle right there. She was one-on-one and able to take care of the business.
Claire Parsons on the serve. Left it a little bit long. 3-point there for the Panthers of High Point. 7-5, their lead goes back to 2. Leaving Gabby Eidelberg with the serve. The graduate from Mesquite, Texas, had 3 kills earlier on today versus Furman. Owls will get the point on that one. Back and forth action right now here on the floor at the Convocation Center.
Emma has a really hot hand right now. They're feeding her the ball. She's taking care of it. It's going to be hard for the Panthers to defend her.
7 kills so far already in this match. 4 digs, 2 aces as well. Johnson gets a little bit of a tip at the net. Gets it to fall. Owls tie this game back up at 7.
See the Panthers coach upset. He said, we have got to get a pass, and that's exactly what they're missing right now from their offense.
Scherffen's again on the hard serve. Nice reception there from Mayberry. She'll go for the kill. Nice job by Dennis to get down. Ferguson gets up, gets it over, but another good reception. Scherffen's there to receive. Ferguson sets, far side. Johnson couldn't get it over. Looks like Maggie Sally got a hand on it. And they retake the lead by 1. Get a look at it here. Nice job there.
Great hands by Maggie Sally. She wasn't necessarily straight in front of her, but she dropped her hands in there and got her.
First block on the day for Sally. 9th on the season. Johnson again tries it. Good presence there by the High Point Panthers. Johnson struggling to get that ball over the net. They're playing good defense at the net. Sophia Mink on the block right there. On the serve, that's Allie Van Ekeren. Ferguson sets, goes for a little bit of a different play. Jasmine Brown will put that one over. That puts a smile on head coach Keith Schunzel's face.
Smart decision by McKinley right there. She repeated sets to outside Manu Johnson. A little too fast for her to do a lot with it, so the block stayed still. Weren't expecting her to feed the middle right there. She was one-on-one.
Element of surprise there by McKinley Ferguson. Carolina Cole on the serve. Set by Van Ekeren. Dennis there to receive the kill attempt. Jasmine Brown again gets the kill.
What a play. Shelby Dennis just sat back, stayed still, was very confident, took the ball nice and high, and gave the Owls a chance to be in system in a very, very hard defensive play.
Owls tie this game up at 9 again. Here in set number 2. Mayberry's kill attempt gets blocked. Dennis will set Ballou near side. Light tap. Good dig there by Mink. This time, the Panthers will put it over. Ferguson will be allowed to set again. Ballou gets a nice slam on the far corner. Owls finding a lot of success on those kills.
Nice high, hard hit right there. Very smart.
Cole again on the serve, received by Mayberry. Van Ekeren now to Palozzolo. Dig by Cole will keep it alive. Balloon, soft little tip towards the net, received by Mayberry. Palozzolo goes for the slam, won't get it. Nice job by Freeman to keep it up. Jasmine Brown this time off a tip. Lands out of bounds. Point will go the Owls' way. They lead by 2.
Great defensive playing right now by the Owls. The Panthers are taking big swings. The Owls are just defending it really, really well.
Cole once more on the serve. Received by Mayberry. Set by Van Ekeren. Blocked at the net. So the Panthers tried to put it over. Dennis will set. Ballou goes for a light little pass. kill down on the floor. Diving for it was Jenny Westling, the sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky. Couldn't quite get to it. Owls now lead by 3, and another timeout called here by head coach Ryan Meek.
You could tell that the libero right there, she had just adjusted to Danny's hit right before. She moved a little bit deeper in the corner court, and then Danny hit her with a little bit shorter in the corner, which was a hard play by her. But the Panthers just seem a little bit on their heels right now. Maybe they're a little tired from earlier, not sure, but they just seem a little bit hesitant on the defensive side.
Panthers playing their second match on the day. Take a quick look at the series history. Panthers and Owls all-time series tied 2-2, so a chance for one of these teams to go ahead of the other in the series. Last time these two teams met in 2021, the Panthers took it pretty handily to the Owls. They beat them 3-0 in 3 straight sets, 25-23, 25-21, and 25-16. Not quite what the Owls were looking for. Lauren, you were on that team last year.
Yeah, we actually played the Panthers at the end of a long weekend at Furman, so roles were reversed. It was our third game, and they were fresh that day. They had a really big senior class graduate last year. There's a few of them that I remember that I actually played against. Panthers have had a great program for a while now. They're at the top of their conference the past 5 years, and it's always been fun playing them because they just get you ready.
Only the second time playing here at the Convocation Center. Last time the Owls took the win in their only previous meeting here on the floor here at KSU. Owls will come back here in set number 2 with a 3-point lead. They lead it 12-9. Convocation Center rocking here on a Friday night in Kennesaw. No better spot to be. Bryce Gobert, Lauren Chastain here on the call. We appreciate you taking the time to tune in here on your Friday night. Back underway here. Shelby Dennis receives it. Ferguson sets. Jasmine Brown gets the slam. Head coach Keith Schunzel fired up, showing a lot of emotion in this game. Very happy with how his team is playing right now. Extend the lead to 4.
The more they feed Jasmine right here, that amazing turn back, cut back to the 1 zone right there, the more they feed her, they're going to open up opportunities for the outside hitters, spreading the offense a little bit more for the Owls.
Carolina Cole still serving. Panthers able to get it over. Blue will have to put it over now. That was the Owls' third hit. Opportunity for a set here. Rides the net line. Couldn't quite tell where it was going to fall. Unlucky break there for Kennesaw State. Lucky break for the Panthers. They get a point back. Now they only trail by 3. It's 13-10.
Looks like McKinley right there was just a little bit off the net. Gave their opportunity for her to be used on that block.
Mayberry on the serve. Cole receives. Ferguson sets. Palouse slams. Takes a deflection. A lot of power by these Kennesaw State hitters as that ball goes to that high point side. Panthers having a hard time returning that ball. 7th kill on the night for Danny Ballou. 14-10 our score here in set number 2. Shelby Dennis to serve. Received by Westling. Set by the Panthers. Nice job there from Leah Freeman. And try and pop it up. Unable to do so. Lands on the far side stands.
I mean, amazing swing by Sydney Palazzo. Straight down the line. She's fired up. You can tell that she is fierce and aggressive right now. She wants her team to get going. She's going to lead the way.
Jenny Westling's on the serve. Cole to Ferguson. Slam attempt by Claire Parsons. Owls firing on all cylinders.
When you respond like that after an aggressive kill like Sydney Palazzo had, it just shuts down that momentum that she was building right there, giving it right back to the Owls, allowing them to have the opportunity to go on their own run again.
Was able to find the open space on the floor, able to put it there. Ferguson on the serve. Lands on the line.
I think he's going to overturn that.
No? A little bit of confusion. Owls on the floor. We're very sure that that one did not land inbounds. Discussions on the far side with referee Philip Ems. With Keith Schunzel.
Looks like Coach Keith is going to challenge that. I think it's a good challenge.
But the ball is out.
Ryan Meek also talking to Ryan Ems, trying to figure out what the call is. So we'll have a quick review here.
So on the floor call was that it was in. So for it to be overturned, there would have to be absolute proof that it was actually out. So sometimes in matches, that just depends where the cameras are, the angles they have, how fast they can slow down the ball. There's a lot of different factors. So typically the best chance you have is the on-court original call.
You know, you talk about it as we see a replay here. That one looks pretty clearly to be out.
It looks
if you take a look at that one.
Yeah.
But you see it a lot of other sports as well. Clear and obvious is what you need. Won't have a good look at it, quite as good of a look as that last angle. Did it take a deflection off an owl? Doesn't look like it did. Maybe off the hands right there?
No, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't look like it did. The good thing is that was not the call. The call was in. So for that to happen, I think the coach Meek would have to then, look, I guess they can see the replay too. Coach Meek would have to, you can hear the reaction of the fans in here, would have to then challenge again for a touch.
So it looks pretty clear here that this ball landed out. The only, as you mentioned, other question would be, is it deflected, but it'd have to go in as another challenge. Philip M's taking a long, hard look at this one to make sure he has the correct call. Could be a big point in this game. Currently 15-12. Could swing it 16-11 if it's overturned.
The ball's moving so fast. There's such a instant of a moment. I've been a line judge before, and it just happens so fast as a line judge. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I saw. So it happens. It's part of the game. But the good thing is that there's reviews now and things to help them out.
We'll get the official word here. Whistle blows, and it'll be coin point. Kennesaw stay away. No deflection. Ball was clearly out from the angles we saw.
Yeah, no argument for the High Point side. They seem to understand that it was out too.
Good challenge there from Keith Schunzel. Owls will get the point, 16-11. Our score. Ferguson on the serve. Van Eckeren over far side to Palozzolo. Good return by Cole. Ballou now light tip. Van Eckeren there to receive. Palozzolo once more. Tipped up. Sliding on her knees was McKinley Ferguson to keep that one alive. Shelby Dennis puts it over. Van Eckeren far side. Palozzolo light tip. And it looks like we're going to have a violation there. Owls will get the point. Going back to that point, though, that McKinley Ferguson made an absolutely fantastic effort on that slide to keep that play alive. She came sliding in from that 10-foot line right there.
Yeah, it looks like she was reading the tip, actually, and one of her blockers touched it instead. So the ball ended up just falling right into her lap because she went for the first ball and ended up having to take the second ball.
17-11, the Owls lead it by 6 here in set number 2. Some more conversations going on, waiting for the serve. Finally get the whistle. Ferguson bounces a couple times. We'll throw it up and put it over. Unable to put it over right there. Gets directly into the netting.
Yeah, she has a low and flat, hard serve. And Kennesaw, Coach Keith coaches aggressive serving. So with that, you're going to have times where they miss because they're going for the ace. They're not necessarily going to just put the ball in.
17-12 now. Lead cut down to 5. Maria Miggins on the serve. Received by Dennis. A little bit of a bad play. Head coach Keith Schunzel will just boot that one back into play. Surrendering the point 17-13, trying to go back to his playing career.
Yeah, so with the floor that we have here, the players are actually not allowed to play a ball with 2 feet off the court. At least one body part has to be touching a part of the floor, so it looks like he wanted to save Danny from running into the stands right there.
Ball put back over. Ferguson on the set. Scherffens unable to find an open spot on the floor. Goes for the block. Ferguson receives the kill attempt. Scherffens once more takes a deflection and hits the ground. Emma Scherffens having a fantastic game here tonight. 18-13 our score. Carolina Cole will exit. Manu Johnson coming back in. Last time Johnson was in, and seems that High Point had the answer.
Great serve.
Nice job there from Danny Ballou to get the ace.
Danny's ball comes in fast, comes in hot, it moves a lot. It's hard for the DSs over here for the Panthers to get their feet set underneath it because it's going to continue to float until it hits their platform.
Ballou on the serve. Puts it up. Kill attempt will be way outside. Megan Kratzer on the kill attempt. First time she's seen action tonight from Mechanicsville, Virginia, the senior 6'2". Looking for her 6th kill on the year. We'll have to wait for that to come. 20-13, Owls lead it by 7. Move and miss hit puts the ball over on the Kennesaw State side. Scherffen with the light hit. A couple of High Point players having to dive for it. Put it over there. Ballou calls everyone off, takes it herself. Ferguson to Scherffen, gets the hard hit. Nice job there from Westling to keep it alive. Owls get the block right there, lands out of bounds, however. Point will go the Panthers' way, 20-14.
Amazing dig right there by Jenny Westling. Sitting back on the line, reading exactly around the block where Emma was going. Sat, nice high dig to the middle of the court and allowed her players to have an opportunity to hit the ball back.
Dennis receives the serve. Ferguson will set. Light tip over, will get down. Danny Ballou with a nice hit there. Had an opportunity to go for power. Saw a little opening right in the middle of the High Point defense. 21-14, the Owls lead.
Yeah, you can see the frustration on the Panthers coach. Danny Ballou, she used that shot because they've been on their heels a lot tonight, just not really expecting someone else to go for the ball instead of being the one to take initiative to go for the ball themselves.
Addie Godey in for the serve. Nice job there by High Point to get that ball down and find a spot for it to drop. Godey will exit and make way for Claire Parsons. Shelby Dennis will come back in as well.
Gabby Adelberg trying to rally her teammates behind her, putting the ball down with a vengeance and saying, let's go. It's time.
21-15, Owls lead it here in set number 2. Scherffen gets the hard kill. Kenley Ferguson doing what she does best with those sets. Owls ran a little bit of a fake there in the center. I believe that was Manu Johnson who went up and acted like it was coming to her. Allowed Scherffen to take it herself. Hard serve, had some spin on it. Unable to make it back over. Point will go the Owls' way. 23-15. Owls 2 points away from closing out set number 2. Scherffen once more on the serve. 9 kills on the day. 41% on her hitting percentage. Block at the net by Jasmine Brown, lands out of bounds. Panthers will receive the point, 23-16. Lauren, as this game goes on with High Point playing earlier on today, does the fatigue factor start to play in for them at any point?
Definitely for their big hitters, right? They average around 35 attempts per game. On top of that, there's lots of serve passes and practices that they have in between games, and the weekend really does add up on top of travel.
Nice tip over there by Sophia Mink to get the point, 23-17.
On that note, though, I'm sure their coach and the girls, just because that is a factor, doesn't really, a great team should be able to overcome that factor. So they're looking to dig deep and get the win underneath their belt.
Dennis receives the serve from Van Ekeren. Jasmine Brown goes for the kill and she'll get it. 24-17, Owls lead it by 7. Caroline Cole coming back in. Fans will rise to their feet. One finger in the air for 1 point to go, looking to take a 2-0 lead. Cole on the serve, leaves it on a nice lob. Van Ekeren Leaves it on a nice set there for Dylan Mayberry to just knock it over and find the open space. Owls were hugging the net, left a little bit of a gap in the middle.
Yeah, we haven't seen that a lot from the Panthers. They've just been hitting hard, hitting hard, hitting hard. For them to add a little bit more smartness to their swings could be a good thing for them.
Mayberry's serve, a hard hit there from Jasmine Brown. Left it a little long, almost hit on that edge of the court where the floor ends. 24-19, 5-point advantage Owls still have. Here in set number 2, Mayberry once more on the serve. Freeman to Ferguson, slam by Jasmine Brown. Takes a deflection, lands out of bounds, and the Owls will take set 2, 25-19.
Jasmine Brown having a great night so far, as she should. She's hitting around 600% hitting average right now. The more that they can beat her, the more that she can be effective and kill the ball, the more it's going to open up more opportunities for all players on the court.
Jasmine Brown having a fantastic game. Your key player here for Kennesaw State as we started this game. As we look behind the Owls bench and see a gathering of Kennesaw State students chanting for the Owls. Owls took set number 1, 25-15. Take set number 2, 25-19. We'll take a little bit of a break here and step aside when we come back. Set number 3 here on the KSU Owl Network.
Championship action is when the ASUN is at its finest. That's why you'll want to visit asunphotos.com. ASUN Photos is present at every ASUN championship, capturing the action, including those must-have shots you may have missed or want to save for a memory. We understand your passion, so when you want to relive those favorite moments, players, and special memories, start with the experts from asunphotos.com.
Welcome into Kennesaw, Georgia, Fifth Third Bank Stadium.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. I've done the research. Honest plumbing service begins with Superior Plumbing.
Come on in.
For emergency repairs, upgrades, and ongoing maintenance, Superior Plumbing delivers reliable service at a fair price.
When you're in a panic and you need to call somebody, we call it Superior Plumbing. Great, thank you. That's a relief.
Plus, it's all backed by my Make It Right guarantee.
Call 770-422-PLUM.
Find your wings at Kennesaw State University.
Lucas, as far as his ambassadorship, everybody knows Lucas. He is one of those guys that people kind of gravitate towards. And so having him on our team has been valuable, not just for us, but for him and our staff. So having Lucas around, it helps give our other students some perspective.
I started working here fall of 2018, so a year after I came into Kennesaw. The job is great, meeting people is really, really great, but for me, it's definitely camaraderie. Like I said, it's family here.
I think the biggest challenge for us was to find a home for him within our workforce. So once I was given the green light to entertain that idea, it kind of blossomed from there. To get Lucas involved with our programs, we were looking for equipment, and we had a bike that was donated back in the 70s, a tandem bicycle that wasn't working at the time. And so I fixed it up, we restored it, and it became kind of a museum piece. But then Lucas walked in and we took it down off the wall and got it working. And that was enabling us to get Lucas out. Other students have kind of joined in to be the pilot for that ride. That's kind of how that started.
I've come here to get my my tandem bike fixed and stuff like that. So I ended up just coming here asking them, hey, is there something I can do in here? And I got interviewed and I got hired.
Chasing after students that may not be able to get involved any other way. There's been several students like that, whether they're in wheelchairs or what have you, students that I just kind of chase after.
Welcome back to the Convocation Center. Just moments away from set number 3 here. Owls currently have the lead 2-0. Took set number 1, 25-15. Set number 2, 25-19. Bryce Gobert alongside Lauren Chastain. And Lauren, from these first 2 sets, what has stood out to you so far?
It seems like Kennesaw is taking control. They're passing the ball a lot better. They're in great defensive spots. They're digging the big kills. They're not allowing the Panthers to get hardly any momentum at all, which is frustrating them and the coach, as you can see.
It's been something that we've been kind of talking about this whole entire time. As we take a quick look at the stats, Owls currently leading kills 34-20. Attacking airs still being led by the High Point Panthers, 10-9. Hitting percentage, the Owls have it, 35.2 to 14.5. Owls so far doing a nice job of controlling this game, looking to close out and get another sweep here. They were able to sweep Furman last night, 3-0. Won the first set 25-13, second set 25-23, and the third set 25-20. As you see head coach Ryan Meek there trying to figure out how to have an answer for this Kennesaw State offense that has been doing a lot of damage at the net so far here tonight.
Yeah, the Panthers side, it's kind of tense, kind of quiet, not tons of just looseness. And over here on the Kennesaw side, they're dancing, they're very loose, they're excited to be home and have a nice home crowd behind them. So that always helps the mojo, helps the nerves too, and helps you play better when you have a looseness about you and a lot of freedom.
Owls in 2021 were 6-2 at home, looking to start off 2-0 here so far. Still a packed house here at the Convocation Center for this Friday night volleyball matchup. We're going to have to see a little bit more as maybe the exhaustion factor starts to set in for High Point, as this is their second game on the day. Caroline Cole on the serve, here to start set number 3. And we are back underway. Ball hard hit over towards us and lands out of bounds, goes down as an ace for Caroline Cole. Good start there for Kennesaw.
Yeah, typically serving the libero is not the game plan, but they're definitely going at High Point's libero, which is an interesting strategy. But even her, she's having a difficult time receiving this ball.
That's the sophomore Jenny Westlings, able to receive it there. Kept alive by Kennesaw's libero, Shelby Dennis. Wasn't trying to put it over. She did, however. Ferguson on the dive tried to keep it alive, was unable to do so.
Serving is number 35, Jenny Westling.
Westling now on the serve. The sophomore, 5'7", from Louisville, Kentucky. So far, only one attack today. 5 digs to her name. As that one hits the net, just makes it over. Kept alive by Kennesaw State, 3 hits. And it's still on that Owls side. Furman off early, 2-1, they lead. Will go down as an ace for Jenny Westlings right there. As the Owls will get the point right back. McKinley Ferguson to Jasmine Brown for the kill.
Great hang in the air by Jasmine Brown. McKinley was behind the 10-foot line. She still tried to force the ball to the middle. Jasmine just literally was flying, just waiting in the air to hit that ball.
Shelby Dennis on the serve. Claire Parson has made her way back into the game. Deflection off the 2 Owls here on this near side of the net. That was Ferguson and Parsons. Hits the floor on the Owls side. High Point takes the early lead, 3-2. Maria Miggins now on the serve here for High Point. Finds Cole. Ferguson sets. Tipped over by Ballou. Diving save will make it back over on the Owls side. Danny Ballou there to tip it down just in front of the net. Owls tie it up at 3.
Dylan Mayberry a little frustrated with herself. You can tell that ball should be something that's handled really easily and able to be in system for her team, for them to have the opportunity to be able to hit the ball.
Ferguson on the serve, a hard ball handled by Palozzolo. Hit it over the net, ball flies into the stands, diving to try and save it was Dylan Mayberry. Emma Scherffen will be credited with the kill on that one. Another early timeout here called by head coach Ryan Meek. 4-3 our score here from Kennesaw. Don't go anywhere. Set 3 still in action here on the KSU Owl Network.
Put 66.7% into everything we do.
Technically, you can only give 100%.
Well, technically, we have a state-of-the-art mobile banking app, fee-free ATMs, and great customer service.
I stand corrected. 166.7% is possible.
This is banking.
More early timeouts by the High Point Panthers. Owls currently lead at 4-3. Lauren, we were just talking during the break. It's an interesting kind of coaching style. See a little bit different. Head coach Ryan Meek kind of sits on the bench a little bit during the game, lets the assistants kind of talk to the players on the floor. Meanwhile, on the other side, head coach Keith Schunzel kind of goes and talks to his players on the floor.
Yeah, I think Coach Meek is just really expecting a little bit more from his girls, wanting them to come out with momentum, energy, taking care of the ball, and he just doesn't feel like they're taking care of business right now.
Ferguson sets to Ballou. She couldn't get it quite over the net. Tied 4-4 here in set number 3. Let's get a look at head coach Ryan Meek for the High Point Panthers.
Not amused.
Ballou receives. Ferguson back to Ballou, takes a deflection. Nice job there from Palozzolo to keep that ball alive. Net violation on the Panthers. Point will go the Owls' way, 5-4.
Hitting for us is number 13, Meadow Johnson. Serving is number 12, Ballou.
Ballou on the serve. Finds the libero in Westlings. Over on the far side, misses out of bounds, hits the linesman's foot. That's Sean Muhammad.
Yeah, it looks like Megan set her just a little bit too low right there for her to do something with it. On the opposite side of it, right, she could have maybe just used the block, tipped it, played into the block, so she had another opportunity to go at it.
Serve received, good dig attempt by McKinley Ferguson. Couldn't get it high enough off the floor. We see head coach Ryan Meek continuing to try and get energy into his girls. 6-5. It almost seems like he feels they look a little defeated when they're still very much in this game.
Yeah, I think he's looking to try to get a fire underneath somebody. Somebody lead the way, take charge, and be the one that changes the tide of the game.
Nice dive there by Ballou to keep it alive. Shelby Dennis over to Manu Johnson. Good block at the net by number 21. That's Catherine Westlake. Panthers will get the point, and we're back tied at 6.
A tough angle right there from Manu Johnson, but an awesome disciplined block right there by the Panthers.
Megan Kratzer on the serve, leaves it a little long. Owls get the point right back, 7-6. Kratzer will leave way for Gabby Eidelberg, excuse me. Addie Godey will come into the game to serve here for Kennesaw. Saw her in the same situation last night. Didn't come in as many sets in play, however. Set attempt, Mayberry on the slam. Nice job by Godey to be there. Set by Ferguson's light tip over by Ballou. Panthers will have a chance to return. They do, and a good slam and kill on that far side. That's number 2, Sophia Mink.
The Panthers took care of business right there. They utilized that free ball. They made the Owls pay for giving them a nice, easy tip, and that's something that we hadn't seen yet. They've been caught on their heels on the tips instead of using it to their advantage. That was an awesome job right there.
Mink, her 6th kill on the night, will give way to number 5, Allie Van Eckeren. Line drive serve to Ballou, down on one knee, gets it up to Ferguson. Net violation on the Panthers again. Looks like they're calling it on number 21. That's Catherine Weselick. 8-7, the Owls lead by 1. Emma Scherffen's on the serve. Been dangerous tonight, 2 aces already. That one lands just outside the line. We're back tied at 8. A good idea, though, to try and play it on this near side. Saw maybe a little opening, just couldn't get it quite on the line.
Yeah, she's going after that outside hitter right there, trying to make her pass before she had to hit the ball. Great strategy, just slightly outside the line.
Mayberry serves, finds Dennis. Jasmine Brown gets the deflection and lands out of bounds. Point Kennesaw. Diving effort by Jenny Westlings. Couldn't find the ability to keep it in. Owls will retake the lead once more, 98 in a back-and-forth ball game. Cole to Westlings. Palozzolo tries to find the spike and kill, and she will. Back-and-forth action here in set number 3 between the Owls and the Panthers.
A great swing and a great kill right there. When she's high enough, she has so much more to do to the ball. When they try to speed up her set too much, she gets trapped in the inside by Jasmine's hands.
Westling's serve found Dennis directly, able to find a way over. McKinley Ferguson just gets it over. No Panther was able to handle it. And once again, another lead change. This time the Owls in front once more. Shelby Dennis, the libero today here for Kennesaw State, will serve it. Finds Palozzolo. Tipped over by Idlebird.
Looks like a net violation by Clara Parsons right there. We have 3 Owls that are hitting over 300. 4 Owls, excuse me. 3 Owls that are hitting 10 and above kills so far. They're really, really hot on their offense, which is why they're doing so well tonight.
Jasmine Brown, Danny Ballou, and Emma Scherffen, those 3 with 10 kills. Deflection out of bounds off Scherffen's on a hard hit ball by Dylan Mayberry. The only player on the High Point side with 10 kills is Sydney Palozzolo.
She's rallying her team right now to let's go, let's go. That's the first time that I've seen them use her from the back row.
Maria Miggins now on the serve as the Panthers now lead it by 1, 11-10. Ballou gets the block, takes a couple bounces, able to put it back over. Was Miggins, a hard hit ball, deflection landing in bounds by McKinley Ferguson. Ferguson, 29 assists on the night so far, 3 kills to her name on 5 attacks. 5 digs as well and 1 ace.
Ferguson has had a great weekend. It is such an advantage to be a setter and to be a lefty. She can just turn and swing on the ball. It makes it really hard on the Panthers. And an ace.
You see the Owls fired up on that one. McKinley Ferguson doing it all here for Kennesaw State.
Yes, having herself a night.
Head coach Keith Schunzel said they go as far as McKinley Ferguson goes, as she has 2 straight aces to her name, make it 3 on the night.
Yes.
Something head coach Keith Schunzel said after the game last night versus Furman is that McKinley Ferguson did a great job distributing the ball and keeping our team in a great rhythm offensively, and we're seeing that again here tonight.
Yes, they call her McKinley Firecracker Ferguson. You can tell she gets so hyped for her teammates when they make a great connection and they kill the ball hard. She brings the energy, she leads the team well, she distributes the ball well. She's so young and is doing an amazing job leading the Owls in their offense.
Coming into today, McKinley Ferguson had 133 assists, add another 29 onto that.
Yep.
So she is doing everything right that this Owls team can ask from her on the assist side. They're getting her the ball, and she is creating those offensive abilities for this Kennesaw State team.
Yep, Coach Keith said they can get McKinley the ball, put it on her head. She can do a lot with it. She can be offensive with it. She can rush the middle with it. She can set the pins. She's very smart, but the pass has to be good first. They have to put it on McKinley's head, and then she can do a lot with it. A setter is a lot like a quarterback of the team. They have to be able to see everything, distribute everything. They lead the team.
It's a great way to put it there, Lauren, and you're seeing it here right now. I mean, there's not much more you can ask McKinley Ferguson to do. She's doing it all right now as we keep kind of going back to. She'll have the serve here again. 3 aces on the night. Won't get one here. Dennis on the ball that gets over, set by Ferguson. Just missing it was Claire Parson.
Lucky break right there for the Panthers. They gave Kennesaw a free ball, which is always just a risky option. Eidelberg got right back to the net and took care of business for her Panthers.
13-12 our score here in set number 3. Definitely the closest set that these two teams have played tonight. Scherffen's on the kill attempt, gets a deflection off Ginny Westling into the stands behind us on this near side. And the Owls take their biggest lead in this set. It's 14-12.
Emma Scherffen's hitting 420 tonight. She is just unstoppable. Low error, high kill, exactly what she needed to do.
Annie Ballou on the line drive, gets it over, saves it on that one. Trying to keep it up was Manu Johnson. Hit it into the net. Scherffen's couldn't put it over. Panthers close the lead back to 1, 14-13 as more substitutions are made. Coming back in is Megan Kratzer. She'll be the one serving here for High Point. Up in the air and over the net, received by Dennis, set by Ferguson. Slam attempt by Ballou, good job.
Beautiful set to the back row right there.
Deflection, diving to save it was Ballou, set by Ferguson again. Getting the slam is Claire Parsons. That has that Owls bench all energized right there.
Yes, another example right there, McKinley Liu. She fed a quick ball to using Danny out the back row. Then she fed a quick ball, feeding her middle right there. It really leaves the Panthers blockers guessing on what to do, who to block, where's she gonna go.
15-13 our score here from the Convocation Center. Bryce Gobert, Lauren Chastang on the call. Addie Godey in on the serve. Set, Mayberry trying to keep it alive was Danny Ballou. Questionable if that one would have made it in or not if she would have touched it. I believe it would have.
Yeah, it looks like it got hands first, so Danny had to go for that ball right there. Try to sacrifice to get it up.
Godey and Parsons make way as Dennis comes back in along with Jasmine Brown. On the serve, it's Van Ekeren. Ballou sets, Ferguson sets. Johnson wants to put it over, leaves it a little long, and we're back tied 15-15.
Tough one. She's a little bit out of position. It was a tough set. She tried to crank on it instead of just putting it into the court right there.
Lainey Van Treese seeing action for the first time tonight. Another serve over, set by Ballou, set by Ferguson. Slam attempt by Scherffen gets down.
A nice little play right there. Emma sets up as she's gonna hit on the right side. She comes around and comes and hits out of the middle, kind of like a route.
She'll get to serve here. 16-15 our score. High serve, gets the hit. Mayberry touches it. Nice job there at the net by Maria Miggins. That one questionable if it would have gotten over. She made sure it did. Gets down, and we're back tied at 16. Mayberry to serve. More substitutions on the way as Mayberry switches sides to try and get a more favorable serve. Freeman back in. Christopher Miller blows his whistle. Mayberry hits the net on the serve. 17-16, Owls get the point. Coming back in will be Caroline Cole for Lainey Van Treese.
Definitely not what they were looking for. They started to build some momentum, and then an easy one right into the net.
One ace on the night so far for Cole. High lobbing one, having to get down on her knees was Mayberry. Palozzolo on a slam attempt gets the kill off the fingertips of McKinley Ferguson.
Such a smart swing right there. She was actually kind of trapped in that block. Instead, she just slowed down her arm, she flattened out her hand, and used the block.
17-17 our score here in set number 3. High Point trying to avoid the 3-set sweep. The loose sets, Ferguson has to go low to get it. Jasmine Brown unable to put it over. Nice job at the net front presence by Gabby Eidelberg. Gives the Panthers their first lead in a while.
A lot of traffic right there. We'll see if she tries to serve this little short serve right here where we have 3 hitters. A lot of things going on. Coach Heath actually is telling her right now, hey, you, Leah, you take that ball, let Danny transition and get out of there to go take a swing.
Westling's on the serve, finds Freeman. Ferguson set. Jasmine Brown gets a deflection. High Point keeps it alive. Palozzolo deflection, and it's McKinley Ferguson on the block. Jasmine Brown will come out. Claire Parsons comes back in. Owls tied up at 18. It's a nail-biter here in set number 3.
Those are the kind of plays you want to see happen right here when it's 18-18. Gather more momentum. You feel like the Owls are winning by a lot more than tied up.
Dennis was on the serve. Palozzolo gets another block. This time Claire Parsons. They take the lead. 19-18. Coming down to the wire here.
The scouting report definitely said they're going to set Sydney Palazzo a lot. Step towards her side.
Dennis with the low serve. Couple of mishits there by Dylan Mayberry. Diving, couldn't get it, popped up enough. Shelby Dennis has an ace. 20-18, the Owls lead by 2. Crowd definitely playing a factor here tonight in front of a big audience of Owl Nation fans. Dennis on the serve. Palozzolo had it go up. Ferguson on the save, has to go over. And it will. Mayberry sets. Tipped up a couple times. It has to go over on this one. Slam attempt. Nice job by Mayberry to keep it alive. Far side. Palozzolo tips it over. And it's Claire Parsons again. Panthers players upset thinking it was a double hit.
Coach Keith is also upset because setter's back row. She shouldn't have been allowed to go up and tip that ball over. Not sure what they're calling now.
Looks like we're going to have a challenge here. A little bit of confusion here.
So what Coach Keith is arguing right now is when a setter's back row, they're not allowed to cross the plane of the net. A lot like a back row hitter cannot jump in front of the 10-foot line. So the setter, when they're back row, they have to be careful about how they are offensively. If their feet leave the ground and their hands are above the net, it's essentially illegal.
So we're having a challenge here by the Panthers. We'll get a look at it here. They want to see how many touches that the Owls had. Gonna have to go back maybe a little bit further. So there's 2 right there.
Here we go.
First one,
that's a
right
block
there.
touch.
There's the second. There's the third.
So looks like the Panthers are arguing that there's a forward contact, but the first touch by Claire Parsons should be a block touch. So since it's a block touch, it actually does not count as the first contact. The first contact should be right here where Caroline Cole and Leah go for it. Looks like only one of them touched it from our angle right here, but Claire was definitely up for a block, so that is not the first contact. They get 3 contacts after Claire touches the ball right here.
So there's that contact touch you're talking about. 2 Owls will go for it.
Looks like just Caroline Cole got a piece, then McKinley, then Danny. It looks good from my angle.
What we're seeing so far, it's a worth a shot challenge whenever you're down this late in the game.
Right. But it definitely is, and it gives the girls an opportunity to settle down, and essentially it's like a timeout too. They're up there huddled, the coach is telling them information, so it's never a bad idea.
Point will stay with Kennesaw State. That's why it's nice to have a former player courtside with us, able to explain these little neat, nitpicky rules. 21-18 our score. Owls 4 away from closing this one out in a sweep. Have a couple days off before they face off versus Stanford on Tuesday, which is a very special day for the Kennesaw State Owls in Griffin's game. That one was going out of bounds. Shelby Dennis gets a lucky break there. Dylan Mayberry touched it. Took a bad hit off her hands. 22-18 our score now.
Just caught her. It seemed like she was hesitating if it was in or it's out, and then just caught her right in her lap a little too late to make that decision by that point.
Dennis again on the serve. Spike attempt will be no good by Gabby Eidelberg. 23-18 now. Owls 2 away from taking this match. KSU chants ringing out from around the Convocation Center. Shelby Dennis on the serve. Popped up. Attempt by Palozzolo on the kill. Gets deflected at the net. Ferguson on the set. Parsons unable to find an open spot on the floor. Palozzolo once more. That one lands out. 24 or they're going to call a net violation.
Looks like a net violation.
A little bit of a delayed call there. 23-19.
McKinley Ferguson's been blocking them all night. She wanted just one more, pressed a little too hard, got her forearms a little bit on that top of the net.
Ferguson sets, Ballou on the kill. Nice job there from Wellings to keep it alive. Palozzolo deflection, nice keep up, and the Owls are going to get it, not quite. Good effort there from McKinley Ferguson trying to keep it alive. High Point battling, it's now a 3-point game, 23-20. Caroline Cole just going to wipe up the floor right here, making sure there's no slippery spots in case the Owls have to go back. Owls still lead this game in kills 44-13, both teams with 14 attacking errors. Another serve on the way from Maria Miggins. Cole receives, Ferguson will set, far side Ballou, tips it up. Westlings will take it. Cole receives. Ferguson tried to get it down, and she will. McKinley Ferguson on the kill and has a chance to put the icing on the cake here for the Kennesaw State Owls. Fans rise to their feet. One finger in the air, 1 to go for a chance at a sweep here. Match point. Ferguson on the serve, bounces a couple times. Throws it up, hits it. Received by the Panthers. Tipped over. Ballou and Cole almost make a collision. Scherffen's on the slam, it gets down. Owls win. Emma Scherffen puts the icing on the cake for Kennesaw State. And the Owls in back-to-back nights win it 3-0, this time over the High Point Panthers.
It's exactly the way you want to close out the game. With the kill, Emma Scherffen had an amazing night tonight. She had 13 kills, hitting 524. Just an outstanding night for Emma right there.
2 aces, 5 digs to her name as well in 21 total attacks. An overall fantastic night for Emma Scherffen in a night that Kennesaw State had the momentum pretty much the entire game.
Yes.
Owls acknowledge the fans. Head coach Keith Schunzel will be happy with that one, as the Owls will improve to 4-1, giving High Point their first loss on the season.
Yeah, High Point just never really got anything going tonight. Their pass was really, really shaky. Their swings never really got hot, and they never were able to gain momentum over the Owls tonight.
Kennesaw State will look towards Tuesday when they will take on Sanford here at the Convocation Center again. And Griffin's game, a highly anticipated game marked on every Owls games calendar. 46 kills to 33 kills. The Owls had the advantage in that one. 3 service errors for both teams. 9 aces. That was one of the standout stats here for Kennesaw State tonight, compared to High Point's only 3. 43 digs for Kennesaw, 37 for, High Point.
Yeah, Kennesaw definitely outserved and outpassed High Point tonight, and that's where it all starts. It starts with the pass, it starts with the serve, and that's how you control the game. That's what you have control of over the game, and Kennesaw did a better job of that tonight and came out with the win.
Lauren, as we kind of wrap it up just a little bit more, one player of the game, who's it going to be for you?
Emma Scherffen, she had an amazing night. She had a really hot hand. Coach Keith told me yesterday that Emma and McKinley Ferguson have been focusing on their connection. They haven't had a great connection so far earlier in the season, and I definitely think that they fixed that tonight. She just could not be stopped tonight. Very effective on low attempts, hitting a high hitting percentage. She had an outstanding night tonight.
Another great broadcast, Lauren. Appreciation to all of our broadcast team. Bryce Gobert, Lauren Chastain saying good night from Kennesaw. We'll see you on Tuesday versus Sanford. Until then, have a good night, everybody.